The change you want to see is up to you. The witch's plea. As you ride up this steepy path, you reach a dry banyan tree. Just look up to it and you'll find me. I'm scared. I'm scared. Round, round and round and round the cauldron I go. Ah! Fire burns and cauldron bubbles. Why no bubbles? Why no bubbles? I am scared that no one is scared of me. No one screams seeing me. No one shouts for help. Rather, sometimes I find their faces more petrifying than mine. Sometimes I beg, I plead, I please. I know you aren't scared of me, but at least act to do so. For God's sake, please show me you're scared of me. Who's that? Who's that? Hey, all you acting is to the dogs. You are a waste of time. There is someone more powerful than you. Powerful than me? Who's that? Corruption. How much blood would you require? A man will be enough for a fortnight. But haven't you seen our terrorists? You have no power in front of our cops. And our MMMs. Who are these MMMs now? Our monstrous ministers. And then you expect us to be frightened of you? We are in the 21st century. You have justified my feelings. Do me a favor. Show me a place where no one is in trouble. And I shall move in that direction. I'm bored out here. Yeah, man is eating man. Hence man has become a monster. Even I am in search of such a place. City to city, town to town, village to village, in every narrow lane. I find no one who's not in trouble. Though someone told me to march towards Delhi. You'll definitely find and you got there. Then did you go there? Yes, to fight for my right. Stop killing, for God's sake. Remember, as you ride up the steepy path, you reach a dry banyan tree. Just look up to it and you'll find me, still waiting for the change to happen.
Oh, you wily, wretched, wicked Duryodhan! Shame on you! You desire to take me? Drupad's daughter, gorgeous queen of Pandavas, honor of Kuru clan. Draupadi, as your slave? Why? Because now I'm a disgraced object, lost in a cabin. Dharmaputra Yudhishthir, are you a maniac? You gambled your beloved brothers, your empire, and now me, your soulmate. You're a Dhankini too. Am I a cattle to be traded? Answer me, Yudhishthir. Answer me. After losing yourself in a gamble, what right you had to put me on stake? My honor was there. In this court of brave men, no one is standing up for me. Now whom should I turn to? Yeah, Yuri. Yeah. I'll surely be there. Actually, I'm meeting Dhruvi now. Hey, hi, Dhruvi. Draupadi, you moron! Why are you wearing this silly dress? Haven't I told you 100 times? Don't chat with Yuri on WhatsApp. Don't you get it? You are mine and only mine. There goes the phone. You ignoble Dhruvi? Yuri's just a family friend. And I'm not his slave. You can't dictate what I should wear and whom should I chat with. I am not your property. I have learned my lesson from Abhas Draupadi. In Hastinapur court, the brave men were silent, witnessing Draupadi's humiliation. And the world still remains a mute spectator to women's torment. But I am the change I want to see in the world. I am educated, financially independent, and can defend myself. Why do I need to be with a control-freak, chest-thumping tyrant like you? Arise, my fellow sisters. Teach others how to treat you by first treating yourself with respect. If you don't respect yourself, then it will be hard to demand that others treat you with respect. Arise! Who are you? Woman, she said. That explained it all. Explained it well. Wincing at the pain she dare not express. A tear rolled onto his bed. It hurts, dear, the old woman wept. Too much expense, he said. She collapsed on the floor, the very floor she swept. Dejection, despair, and pain in her heart, she marched to her daughter's room. Get up, you unmarried wretch! Get up and play your part! Dress your face, do your hair. A rich man you must ensnare. Oh, Ma, stop this nonsense. I'm leaving to work. I have a meeting. A lot depends on me. Work? Career? Future? Rubbish! Your husband will define you. He is your identity. Frustrated by her mother, she went to her sister's room. Why me? You should be retreated. You were left by your groom. Worried by her behavior, the sister asked, "What's wrong? Don't do this to me. I need your support. I need you to stay strong." Left alone, the divorcee crumbled in her sadness. To her daughter's room she went. Sweetheart, look at your dress. It's too short. There's a certain way girls behave. Is this one short? Say nothing, Ma. Say no more. I was standing there listening at the door. This is a circle of violence. How can we change it if we just watch in silence? We can't perpetuate such prejudice. These disconsolate shackles, each woman herself must tackle. I will go to school and learn every day. From my destination I will not stray, helping each woman on the way. As she stood in front of a sign that read, "Aspiring entrepreneurs, this way. Who are you? Woman, she said. That explained it all. Explained it well.
A Schoolgirl's Guide to Baking Cupcakes, Tackling Bullies, and Doing the Right Thing by Alia Ramakrishnan. Chapter 7. Change. Let me start with a quick question. What are the two sounds that follow us throughout the school day? The school bell, obviously, and the words, "But miss, it's not fair. Only quarter mark cut, miss, whole half mark, miss, so unfair." It's not just in school. Wherever I go, I hear the whining voice of discontent. On the TV, on the street, in the club. नहीं चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा, ये corruption, नहीं चलेगा. Or, things have changed so much since our time. The mentality is disgraceful. How many times have you seen such incidents in the past week? Take Sheetal Kapoor having a quick coffee with an old friend. Ashu and Kaidu are constantly on their devices these days. They seem to have more friends on Facebook than in school. So unhealthy, so worrying. Or Mr. Shetty driving to work. Nobody obeys rules anymore. We are living in a Gunda Raj, I say. Mark my words. Mark my words. This country is going to the dogs, I say. No discipline, no or even ask kids in the school bus. OMG. America was like so good, so clean. Yeah, even Japan was amazing, like spotlessly clean. So horrible to come back to all this kachra and pollution. My asthma started the minute we landed. Stop. It's time to make this a no whining zone. We all want change. But there's no god of change hovering around. So if you really want change, you have to do something about it. It's very easy to stand on a podium and hold forth. But as Mahatma Gandhi once said, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi not only coined the phrase, he actually lived it, as did Dr. Ambedkar, Nelson Mandela, and of course, another young girl who grew up not so far away from us, Malala. Malala's father ran a school in Pakistan. When the Taliban decided that women could not be educated, many students dropped out. But not Malala. Her courage inspired others. But one day, a gunman climbed into the school bus and shot Malala in the head. Malala survived, and miraculously, so did her message that sometimes all it takes is one child, one teacher, one pen to change the world. Like Malala, we can all create change around us. Each one of us. So, Mr. Shetty, if you feel this country is going down the drain, then maybe you should stop breaking rules and saying, "Chalega yaar, sab karte hai," and waving a 50 rupee note at the policeman. Chai pani ke liye. Shania and Amara, maybe you and I together can start making India a cleaner, less polluted place. Small deeds make small changes, but small changes together make big changes. So let's all come together. Stop talking, start doing. It's time to heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Sing along, heal the world, make it a better place for you and or maybe a new beginning. At school, the teacher told the class about Gandhiji and how he said, "Be the change you want to see in the world. Change begins with you," my teacher said. "And if you can change yourself, you can change the world." That night, I went to bed in my Supergirl costume, thinking hard. The undies were a bit tight, but if you want to change the world, you have to dress for it, right? What would I change first? I thought. When I woke up, it hit me. Save water. That's it. I would save water. So I decided not to brush nor bathe. When I went to school, I heard my best friend say, "Ew, what's that smell? Goal! What's that smell?" the coach said after a sweaty football match. When I came home from school, Mom said, "Ew, what's that smell?" My argument on saving water was wasted on her. Want to save the world? Start by taking a bath, Missy. I went back to bed in my Supergirl costume. What would I change now, I thought. When I woke up, it hit me again. Save animals. I would save animals. So, I brought a stray dog home from school. Oh, and a stray cat too. And I left some food for the rats. Why discriminate? Rats are animals too, right? The trouble is, the dog chewed on Dad's new shoe, and the cat did a giant pee on the carpet, and the rat, it stayed the night. I tried to go to bed, but of course I couldn't with all the shouting of, "Call the pest control! Call the police! Call the army if we have to!" When I woke up, the SPCA had turned up for the cat and the dog, and the exterminators had turned up because Dad didn't think we had any room for a teensy-weensy little rat. But since the world is full of things that need saving, I decided to save electricity next. So I switched off all the power in the house and went down to play with my friends. When Mom came home from work, she slipped on some vanilla ice cream that had leaked from the fridge. And Dad made me promise not to save anything ever again. As you can see, I've tried very hard to be the change I want to see in the world. But so far, it's not worked for me. But I'm not giving up. I'm working on recycling now. I've heard that fresh, gooey, human potty has a lot of fun to use it. I'm sure Mama and Dad will love my new idea, don't you? Mom's getting shootings. Once again, my daughter Raina has had a nightmare. How do I soothe her? How do I convince her that peace will prevail? How do I promise her that we can make the change? That we can be the change? Perhaps narrating the story can help. Come, Raina. St. George was very famous for fighting a dragon. But have you ever heard of Magnus, St. George's son? Magnus was a soft-hearted little boy, and when he heard what St. George had done, he burst into tears. "The poor dragon," he sobbed. "What about Mommy Dragon and all the baby dragons waiting at home?" "I'll kill Mommy Dragon on the way back," said St. George carelessly. And there was only one baby. I saw it scuttling away. "Then it's an orphan," cried Magnus. That night, Magnus couldn't sleep. He kept thinking of the little dragon more than anything in the world. He wanted to protect the orphan baby dragon. So, when the moon was bright, Magnus set off to find the little dragon. After a while, Magnus came to a rock. Behind the rock was a faint glow, and Magnus could hear a sort of squealing noise. "I've come to rescue you, little dragon!" my daughter, listened enthralled. She said, I believe, Mama, I can be the change. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if we care enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me, for you and for me, for you and for me.
Messiah Trot by Roald Dahl. Mr. Hoppy lived in a small flat high up in a tall concrete building. He lived alone. He had always been a lonely man. And now that he was retired from work, he was more lonely than ever. There were two loves in Mr. Hoppy's life. One was the flowers he grew on his balcony. They grew in pots and tubs and baskets. And in summer, the little balcony became a riot of color. Mr. Hoppy's second love was a secret he kept entirely to himself. Now we come to a certain bright morning in May. Something happened that changed and indeed electrified Mr. Hoppy's life. He was leaning over his balcony rail, watching Mrs. Silver serving Alfie his breakfast. Here's the heart of lettuce for you, my lovely, she was saying, and here's a slice of fresh tomato and a piece of crispy celery. Good morning, Mrs. Silver, Mr. Hoppy said. Alfie's looking well this morning. Oh, isn't he gorgeous? Mrs. Silver said, looking up and beaming at him. Absolutely gorgeous, Mr. Hoppy said, not meaning it. And now, as he looked down at Mrs. Silver's smiling face, gazing up into his own, he thought for the 1,000th time how pretty she was, how sweet and gentle and full of kindness, and his heart ached with love. Well, how much does he weigh now? Mr. Hoppy asked her. Just 13 ounces, Mrs. Silver said. About as much as a grapefruit. Yes, well, tortoises are very slow growers, Mr. Hoppy said solemnly. But they can live for 100 years. I know that, Mrs. Silver said. But I do wish he would grow just a little bit bigger. He's such a tiny wee fellow. Well, he seems just fine as he is, Mr. Hoppy said. No, he's not just fine. Try to think how miserable it must make him feel to be so titchy. Everyone wants to grow up. Well, you would love him to grow a little bigger, wouldn't you? Mr. Hoppy said. And even as he said it, his mind suddenly went click, and an amazing idea came rushing into his head.
Thank you. Say hi to Dad.